Hey, beautifuls. Hey, y'all. I hope y'all had an awesome weekend. I'm coming to you guys because I've been kind of just catching up on what's going on YouTube. Let me take this headband off. Ooh. Ooh, those headbands, like, they are tight, like around your kind of squeeze your head in there. Anyway, you guys, I'm in my robe. I'm chilling. Like, I really didn't feel good this weekend, y'all. I'm on my cycle. I know that's too much information, but my first few days, I don't do well. So anyway, you guys, I wanted to come on here though because I do want to talk just real quick. It seems as though Shawn Bradley has been crowned king of YouTube. So congratulations to Shawn Bradley. Um, you guys, this ain't even about no drama or nothing like that. It's just about how do I want to say? Not necessarily about drama. I want to just say that I feel there's always, they say there's three sides to the story. There's yours, mine, and there's the truth, right? Or there's the actual what happened, because I'm going to have my version, you're going to have your version, and then there's going to be what actually happened. Okay, so this thing about what's her name, Miss Neek, coming out 3 years later about what happened on a Vegas trip. I don't really know what's going on with that. What I do know is, it's been said by multiple people who were on that trip that, she had taken money, they had came together, it's kind of like a group, some of us are in these Facebook groups, stuff, something like that, and hold on, you guys, there you go. So, you meet people through social media, you network, you meet people. It could be for personal, it could be business, but you decide to come together. You might, let's take a trip, let's meet up, let's, whatever. So that's what they decided to do. And, it was said, a lot of people, those relationships usually don't last, or those things don't usually work out right. But it was said that they had a good time. I watched James Caldwell's video where he put up his exact video that he posted and that he made all those years ago. He made a video about exactly what happened, and he still has his video up, and he reposted it, and it explains. And so he really didn't have to say nothing, and he's just like, all of them in the group had agreed to just let it go. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. We just don't fuck with her no more and keep it moving. We don't need to make it no big public mess or whatever. And so that's what happened. And now here we are over 3 years later. And, all of a sudden she wants to talk about it. And, a lot of people are supporting her because of the backlash that she received behind it, or the consequences that she received behind it. And a lot of times when I speak on certain things, it's just life lessons. Like, that's what we talk about here. We talk about being better. We talk being better people, if nothing else. If we, of course we want to talk about and share different ways to be better at life, and, share different ideas of ways to do things and stuff like that. But also we just want to have simple conversations on how to be better people. And how do we become better people? We become better people by life's lessons. We learn, we live, and we learn, like, shit, a lot of shit you just don't know until you go through it. A lot of stuff I was just telling my kids a few days ago, we were just talking, and it's like my parents, like, I grew up when You know, crack was taking over the cities and stuff like that. They were taking over the neighborhoods. And so you have an era where you grow up. My childhood was growing up, and you know, if you didn't know somebody who sold crack, you knew somebody who smoked it. You know, and so you so what are they doing? Going up and down the steps. Y'all, I be thinking people is sleep in this house, or they in their rooms and they just up. But anyway, the kids don't have school tomorrow, so, and my niece is here. So anyway, so I grew up in an era where crack, it was all over the place, right? So naturally, you see these people, you see people that you love, you seen this drug like take over their life. You know, you see what drugs do to your life. You know, you see how it could take over 20, 30 years of a person's life, and, you know, they don't get themselves together until like the last, you know, basically the last part of their life. Now all of a sudden they want to get their stuff together. But yet, here you go, my generation, or even the younger generation, you know, now you have these kids that are coming up. Okay, you know what drugs did. They took over our whole neighborhoods. They took over whole families. They ruined families. You guys watch this, but yet you still got these kids that are going to try drugs. You still got these people that are getting high. Why? Because they have to experience it for themselves, for them to really understand and learn the lesson of why you shouldn't do it. You know, why it's not good for you. You know, you can't just look and, oh, my uncle, you know, he's still smoking crack right now. He never did shit with himself. No, you can't learn the lesson from seeing it be done. You have to go through it yourself. And now you know, shit, fuck that, I don't want to do drugs. You know, so it's kind of just something like that. You know, like we do have friends, we have families where we do nice things for. These are people that we care about, people that we love. And, you know, we may let them borrow money. You know, they got something that's due that they can't pay, you know, but we don't ever get that money back. You know, we may have just whoever. We have people in our lives that, you know, we may be that go-to person, or we may just be that person that will reach out and help people when they need it. And a lot of times you get taken advantage of. Oh, they're in the basement. Y'all, I'm tripping. But, you know, and so I just feel like I believe that they were nice to that lady. I believe that, you know, they took that trip. They had a good time. You know, it was like some story where, you know, they all were going in on something. They all gave their equal amount of money. When they go to the store, you know, one person ends up paying. So, okay, so she's supposed to return everybody's money, and it just was dragging on like the whole weekend. Like, oh, I didn't get change, blah, blah, blah. There was a sob story about how things are going bad. You know, one of them had ended up just giving her $50. You know, every time it was time to pay for something where they were all chipping in, you know, she was always the one that came up short or didn't contribute at all. And then ultimately, you know, she just never returned them their money. What, I don't care if it was only $15. $15 times 4, that's 60. That's a damn tank of gas. Maybe 2 tanks of gas for some people, you know. Then she was given $50, and then all the other shit she didn't even chip in on. So calculate that into the pot of what she didn't spend. You know, so it's not the point. If I heard somebody say it was $11 and all of that over $11, you know, somebody called her job, she lost her job, and then she said she was suicidal and she got kids and her utilities got cut off because she lost her job. And listen, a thief is a thief. Flat the fuck out and period. You know what I'm saying? If it's $15 this time, it'll be $200 the next time. You know what I'm saying? If it's, you know, it might be you this time, the next person is going to be somebody else's card or something. You know, it can be her cousin that lent her the $20 for gas, and then she'll be at work doing something to a complete stranger. You know what I'm saying? That when a person is willing to take from another person that paid for your plane ticket for you to make the trip, another one gave you some cash to put in your pocket, The other ones trusted you that you were going to give them their money back that you never returned. The other one, because you weren't looking your best, took you shopping and bought you something for you to look nice and presentable. And then now it's a few years later, and now you're talking about how you wanted to kill yourself and how they did this, and that to you because they just didn't just. And then they said, fuck it. So who knows if maybe the story was out between the one of them. They just like they told us the story. Shit, they probably told somebody, another friend, that story. And that friend called and told, they let it go. But somebody else said, fuck that. Shit, that bitch. Well, shit, she took off with y'all money, then she ain't gonna get paid this week. I mean, some people are like that. And I'm not saying tit for tat is right. I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying, that you should ever, like, take somebody's job away or anything like that, or, and especially when they have kids and stuff like that. But what I am gonna say is, when a person takes that out of your mouth, your household's mouth, he takes care of kids too. So, okay, it's okay for you to take out of his kid's mouth, but shit, now is everybody's supposed to feel sorry for you because you lost your job, man, and you got kids. People don't think. People think when it affects them. When it affects them, but when they get away with this shit and ain't nobody saying nothing to them, you know what I'm saying? It's just, oh well, I got over. Don't ever think when a person trusted you and you did some fuck shit, you got over. You didn't get over on them. You got over on yourself. Because you lost a person over a couple dollars. You lost a few different people over a couple dollars. You never know. That $15 that they handed you, that was your test. That could have been your test on if you needed $150 to pay a bill, that they would have gave it to you. So you can, because a person trusts you with $15 and you run off with their $15, and something happens to you, it's called karma. Karma is real. That shit is real. Stuff comes back on you. You can't think that you're just going to be out here in this world doing wrong stuff to people and it's not going to come back on you. It's going to come back on you. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. My nose is running. I ain't feeling good. Kids is running around. I'm trying to give a good message here, and it's not coming across serious. But y'all, I missed y'all whatever this weekend. I wanted to come and talk to y'all, but I was not feeling good. I'm telling y'all, it's just, look at him. Look at him. What? Okay, go. Go. Okay. You in the camera. Get down. Go. I'm sorry, y'all. All my babies. Yeah, but it's bedtime here, so I'm gonna probably lay down. Tomorrow I don't have work early in the morning, so I am gonna do a video early in the morning. I owe y'all the dollar store video because I didn't get to the dollar store yesterday. I just didn't feel like it, y'all. My cramps were so bad. But so we got to do the dollar store video so we can do that makeup tutorial, and then it's some other things I want to talk about. I've been watching the videos and stuff and seeing what's going on and stuff, but I specifically wanted to speak on that situation because it seems that this lady does have some support out here, and I'm not saying don't support her because I'm not never gonna say don't support anybody. I mean, everybody vibes or attaches themselves with different people, and different types of energy. So you know what I'm saying? Just because I might not feel, cool about a person doesn't mean that you won't click with them. You know what I'm saying? But what I am going to say is that, us as people, we need to be more aware of the opportunities that we come across. We have to be more aware of when we are being tested, because we don't pay attention to shit like that. We take shit for granted. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know, like when you bought something at the store and you know, something you forgot to pay for is left in the car. You know, your purse was sitting on top of it, and you get out to the car and y'all, you know, they won't miss it or whatever. You know, you got to understand, when those people all handed her that money to go to that store, that was her test, and she decided to keep their money. And they decided to let all those days go by, and you know, they having fun, they doing what they doing, they on vacation, they chilling, they having good company, you know, they just met up with each other, they enjoying each other company. You know, James Caldwell said they had a great time on the vacation, it wasn't no issues. So they're enjoying themselves, and because it was only like that, those couple dollars, you know, they probably wasn't just all the money or whatever, you know. But yeah, everybody gets home and it's just like, well, damn, she for real didn't give us our money, but okay. You know what I'm saying? And not only, and then it's like, it was specifically Shawn Bradley who stuck out, because he is the one who, and he did it out of his own, you know, he willingly did it. She didn't go take his credit card and go shopping. You know, he went and did that for her. But he did that out of the kindness of his heart. And for him to go do all of that, and she still not give them that punk ass $15 a piece after he did that, that shows who she is as a person. Your character speaks volumes, honey. You don't even gotta say shit. Your character says who you are. Period. That's it. Like, your character says who you are. Like, I commented on somebody's video, and I don't even know, you know, what the fuck I said, but one of those was like, you know, your character is everything, dude. You cannot, little shit like that will say, if you willing to run off with $15, bitch, I cannot trust the fuck, no. I can't trust you with shit. I don't want you to know nothing about me. I don't want you around shit that I got. I don't need you around me, period. Because in that case, you don't even need them people around you. If you got to watch a person for that little shit, you know what I'm saying? No. It's easier just to cut them people off at the door and just let it go. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they did all the way back then. So because she decided to resurface this now, you know what I'm saying? That also says who she is. What does she want? What does she need? Because there's a reason behind it. Ain't nobody just coming about the blue 3 years later talking about what she needs something else, and she is getting the sympathy or whatever. And I don't know. I really believe that they sat up there and you know, they had a good time. And I'm just saying, just basically off of James Caldwell's video that he recorded all them years ago, right after the incident happened. It don't even got shit to do with who's cool now, what they talking about now, who's linked up or nothing like that, or what's going on now. Just by his video back then, that's when I was like, damn, that's fucked up. And then everybody feeling sorry for her because claiming suicidal, you know what I'm saying? It's another person. It's too many people. You know, it's people out here that's really for real mentally ill. It's people out here that's really struggling with depression, that's really struggling with real life. You know, they can't get a handle on their thoughts. They can't get a handle on things that have happened to them, you know, being victims. You know what I'm saying? And if she was suicidal behind that, everything that happened after that, she brought that on herself. She decided to do those people wrong. And that's the thing. You got to take responsibility for what you bring on yourself. She decided to run off with their money. She decided that man, he paid for her ticket just to get there. And she did that just from that alone. Pac-Man, go. You know? So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of sad that she had to go through what she had to go through. And damn, if she felt suicidal afterwards, maybe guilt, maybe whatever, if she did. But you talking about that 3 years later, and then you did that to yourself. Didn't nobody tell you to run off with those people's money? Like, who is supposed to feel sorry for you when you bring shit on yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all gotta suffer the consequences on shit that we do. You know, like, no, nobody wants nobody to kill themselves, but at the same time, like, you gotta stand up for your actions. You got to take responsibility for your actions. Be a fucking woman and say, damn, you know, I feel fucked up for running off with their stuff. Damn, as soon as I get right, I'm going to make sure they get that back. Anything. Not what they did to me after that. I ran off with their money and they called my job and I lost my job, so my lights got turned off and I couldn't feed my kids. Why'd you run off with their money? What, they wasn't supposed to do nothing? Just let you go? Take responsibility for your actions. Stop doing fucked up shit, and fucked up shit won't happen to you. And that's where I'm going to leave that. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the morning. Bye-bye.